Okay, I'm Ili. I will. I will. I'll just ping you in Discord in case we like decide to play another game or something like that. I'll ping you in Discord whenever we finish with the reaction stuff. All right, guys. Here we go. I'm excited. I don't know what's going to necessarily happen as far as this video goes. I have put up a spoiler warning. There's not much more I could do. If you're here just for some free drops, we got some free drops. I think Palia is still doing drops right now. So I don't want to waste any more time. I'm going to get into this video. Let's do this.
Of GDC 2025. We've got the brand new studio, and it is so nice to be able to have a bunch of lovely developers come through and show us their games. I'm joined by Maxwell here with Palia. So we're going to be seeing some brand new content, but with the people who are not familiar with the game, can you give us a brief overview?
Sure. So Palia is a fantasy life sim adventure game where players are going to be able to explore this world that's been touched by magic. And as they explore that world, they're going to meet a whole cast of characters in the village, as well
Zeki
as
boy!
be able to go fishing or hunting and gather all sorts of materials to bring back to their home plot, where they get to sort of build this dream house that they want and go crazy with it.
And in this economy...
Okay, wait, am I stupid? Alright, here's my first reaction already. I never put together that this symbol looks like a house until just right now. I never put that together. I never put together that this symbol looks like a house until right now. I'm so sorry. It was them showing a house and then zooming into the sign of a house. Yeah, that I didn't realize that was a symbol for a house. Dude, okay.
Genuinely building a dream house.
Say the millennials really appreciate the extra home.
I mean, let's jump right into gameplay, and I'll ask you questions as we are going. But what are you showing?
Ooh, here we go.
Yeah, so today we're going to be walking through one of a high-end housing plot to show what the potential is. It was one of our community members who was nice enough to provide an example to show everyone. And then we're going to head to Elderwood. And Elderwood is the first major expansion to Palia since we launched back in August of 2023.
Okay.
It's a whole new map, whole new zone, all new content for every skill, new story updates, new NPC coming, so all sorts of things to go explore.
Great. Well, if you wouldn't mind picking up the controller and we can jump right in. So you're playing on PC build, but with a PlayStation controller,
Yes. So this week we've been showing the game a lot on PlayStation 5. We've been working on the Xbox version and the PlayStation version, which we're very, very excited to get the game out there, and so those players can come in and check it out. We're going to be launching that alongside the Elderwood expansion at the same time.
Great. So
I can tell you right now, guys, day one servers are probably going to crash. I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it. Day one servers are probably going to crash.
Open beta. And then, in addition, the game is fully crossplay and cross-progression. So if you do want to hang out on your couch, sit back, relax, you know, get a cozy blanket, here you go. This is the best time to do it.
Great.
So.
All right. So where are we right now?
Oh man, I need to change to inversion. I'm sorry. I am an inverted
That's fine. I can't believe you're doing this on video too.
So yeah, forgot about that. So again, this is a high-end housing plot. You don't start the game here. You're going to start with something much simpler, but I think this shows a lot of the potential of what players can create.
I wonder who this is.
This is made by one of our community members, Kira and
Kira,
all the objects we see here are hand-placed by the player. So we'll switch into placement mode for a second.
Well, you have to think about it this way.
She watered all these flowers. There must be like
Quick pause. I mean, you think about it this way. The reason why I say that is usually when they do a huge update, the server's already laggy, but now they're doing a huge update, but also releasing it on 2 other consoles that have never experienced this game before. So you're going to get first-time people who are just getting it on Xbox for the first time or PlayStation for the first time. Like, so day one, expect the servers to absolutely lag out. Just expect that to happen. All right.
200, 300, 400 flowers, I don't know. And I would generally say like a house of this complexity that we're seeing here is at least 100 hours of just decorating.
I was going to say, up at the upper limit almost of the decor.
Yeah, she's right at the line.
Yeah.
It's a nice house.
So we are working on trying to expand that. We know players really want more opportunities to add even more items to their housing plot. But anyways, there's a ton of flexibility.
I don't
in
know
our
if
housing
you should
system.
do it.
One of my
I'm gonna be
favorite
honest.
things
I don't know if
is,
they should do that. If
all
they
these
should
things
allow
are
them
placed,
to add
but then
more
also we
items.
give some really quick and easy
If
modification
anything, maybe
tools.
another
So,
1,000, but they should
we're
stop
gonna
it after
destroy the
that.
house a little bit.
We'll put it back.
We'll put it back later. But you can quickly move things around and adjust to your heart's content.
I was going to say, so I'm a big Sims player, and so seeing you just grab things and having all the clutter, or at least in Sims terminology is referred to as clutter, right? But it's the fact that I'm not having to input a cheat and putting something on a counter, putting it on the counter, taking the counter away is blowing my mind.
I will say our players do some of those tricks.
Oh, they do?
The high-end folks definitely will break our systems and find ways to do things we never intended
Separate
with.
flour total
I
from
did
furniture
choose a
total
more
would be better.
normal house for these demos.
But
Okay,
even then, it's
keep in mind,
it still looks like it.
my opinion's coming from somebody who doesn't decorate, so I don't really have an opinion here, to be completely honest. Like, my word should mean nothing to you. Okay, for me personally, when I go through certain houses, I really like a clean aesthetic where like everything feels like it's been placed meaningfully. There is some stuff, like you just said, that looks like clutter, like you just put stuff in places just to like show it, like that, and it breaks my brain a little bit. Like, this has a nice aesthetic to it, don't get me wrong, but there are some areas I'm probably gonna see in this that I'm like, okay, why you just did this just to do this? Like, you put this here just to put this here. You didn't have to put all this stuff here in this corner. Also, don't deco. Yeah, that's that. Maybe they should raise the limit from 3,000 to 4,000. I think that'll be fine. And then some people also just have an entire grove of forest around them as well too. They have freaking, I don't know, 1,000 flowers around their house. I'm like, why do you have so many? Well, you don't need that many flowers, honestly, in my personal opinion. I think it also comes from me being a kid who had to cut and mow the lawn when I was younger. So yeah, trauma.
It's, intentionally placed, but there's a lot of flexibility there compared to, sorry, Sims, taking strays here, but
A lot of options. And
a lot of options.
Sims been taking strays in multiple directions.
Showing off some of these items, like
the Inzoi thing came out, and people are like, "This is better than Sims," and now Palia is looking better than Sims. Like, Sims is taking unnecessary strays left and right.
And of course, she has scattered a ton of plushies all over this place, so she's played an insane amount.
I was gonna say, you could have said hundreds of hours just to grab everything.
Oh,
to
easily,
place it.
easily. And she's not only that, but one of the things we have, as you progress through the game, you can also unlock multiple housing slots.
Ooh.
So she's got a
Very
number here
nice.
that we could dive
Wing.
into, and we might look at the Queen's Hive in a moment. That's one that she did a lot of glitching on, and so you can see some of the craziness that players create. But our housing system, as I said,
Sims is a giant to kill.
House, but as you,
It's been around
get
for
later in
so
the game,
long
you'll unlock new
that
houses you can buy, or new room additions.
I think the
You
only
can always
thing,
modify
I don't think
these
Sims is ever gonna
quickly
die.
If you want to change,
Because
say,
hell,
I want a door here, I want to
the way I see it is,
of course, she had decorated the wall.
also,
so,
wait a second. Let me do this for
gotta
you
send
guys.
stuff
Kind
to
of simple
storage.
like this. Sorry.
And here you go. Look, it's open now.
There you go.
So yeah, really, really fast.
I don't think Sims is ever gonna die, because I mean it is a giant to kill. You are definitely correct. The way I see it is kind of like how World of Warcraft hasn't died yet, and people are saying, who's gonna be the game that kills WoW? Who's gonna be the game that kills WoW? And it's been around for like 20 plus years. It just has such a nostalgic feeling and has such a huge following at this point that I don't think it's ever gonna die. There'll be people who will be 85, in 50 years and will still be playing The Sims. Like, it is. I mean, it's slowly dying, but I don't think it's ever going to completely die out. I think it's at a point now where they haven't really updated anything, and people keep buying the expansion packs and all that kind of stuff, where they can just leave this game as it is, and they'll probably keep making money for the next 20 years. Like, it's one of those. Yeah.
It's an easy to modify everything. So that's where we see players spend a ton of time.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a little bit of cooking.
Okay.
To show this skill off in the game. We're gonna make some steak dinner because we want to have some food before we go on our adventure to Elderwood.
Of course, important to eat before we do anything.
Yeah, fill that stomach up.
Yeah.
Our cooking is what I would consider like the best example of one of our core principles. Everything you do in the game, we want to be.
So there is already a spoiler on the screen. I'm pretty sure you guys have already seen it.
The game has a number of stations players can play at. But if you've got some friends, you can have them come join you at your housing plot, and each of you can take a station and
just do,
work together to complete the dish, and everyone gets the same full amount of rewards at the end of it. So
great.
We've seen we've seen our players take this to the nth degree. They do this thing called cake parties, where they'll get like 20 plus people on a housing plot and make these mega kitchens where everyone has their own station, and then they all just bake cakes together, and they'll make like 100 plus cakes and then sell them, and it's by far the best way to make money.
Yeah.
But like it takes some serious organization effort.
Oh my God, I'm late. You haven't missed anything. He's literally just showing off this character's house and cooking.
Exactly.
That's all that's happened.
I'm not paying attention. I failed to flip the steak. That's all right.
Nope.
We'll get.
There's a big old spoiler on the screen already, and I'll just mouse over it right here. The Elderwood. Enter the Elderwood through the gate in northern Bahari. We had no idea how we were going to get to the Elderwood, but now we know exactly how we're going to get to the Elderwood. The gate in northern Bahari. Yep. Because people were speculating that maybe I'm not sure how far you guys are in the quest line, but if you've been to the Night Sky Temple, I think is what it's called, there was also a gate that was kind of over in that area. There's also a gate that's like in Kilima Village area as well too. So we didn't know exactly how we were going, which one was going to be the Elderwood gate, and now we have pretty much a confirmation that it's going to be the gate in northern Bahari that takes us to Elderwood.
It'll be good. It'll be good.
All right, let's grab that bread.
So how, for example, if I didn't want to make something quite this intricate, I assume there is much simpler ways
this one,
to get through, or this has better effects because it's more involved?
This is I choose it because we get to check out each of the stations. It's probably like a mid-tier dish. There's some simpler ones that are more like, hey, just chop the ingredients, submit it, and there it is. Or the cakes, which have like 20 plus steps to it that people go with. And of course, like all of our food, if you're able to get a star quality one, which depends on the ingredients you submit and how good you are at the minigame, you can place them all around your house and make these lavish food displays.
Can you eat them?
I mean, you can definitely pick it up and then we'll eat it here. There we go. Let's fill up. Good stuff.
All right.
Let's head out this way.
Go outside.
So, of course, you can't be a life sim game without gardening. Of course, we have our own garden system.
I'm trying to see if we see any new crops
our
here.
Our garden system really focuses on.
Ooh, those are new crops. What are those?
So each of the crops will give.
It says question mark, question mark, question mark.
And so our players.
What are those new crops?
Diagrams and try to like figure out what the best.
I was going to say someone has a corkboard with red string.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what these crops are. I'm like, here, let me see if I can do this. This might help. If I full screen it, will that help at all? Like help with the zooming in a little bit? Nope, they're like slightly off frame. Dang it. I don't know what those are. Huh. Okay.
They've literally built tools, some of our players, online tools that you can like map out your garden, and then it will tell you like.
Are those eggplants? What are those?
And,
oh my God.
They're like long grapes.
It's impressive what they've pulled off. So.
What's your main mode of communication between your players? Is it, kind of analyzing in-game what they're doing? Is it Discord? I mean, what's that dialogue like?
So we have a very active Discord. We've got over 350,000 players in our Discord. That was one of the things that even really early on we focused on is setting that community up and helping it blossom. Yeah, and so we are regularly on there engaging, reading comments, and working with, we have a program called the SHEP program or a creator program to understand how the community is feeling about latest updates in the game. So just briefly, here's the more glitch plot where, she's doing all sorts of stuff. It's a beautiful, bee flower garden.
This is a crazy plot, I'm not going to lie. This is very good.
Placing things in the sky. She's using curtains to make flowers, all sorts of
is that what they are?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's a really interesting option, but some crazy stuff here. One of our favorites was we launched a feature called Home Tours, so you can share your plot out to other players that can come by and then vote on your plot. And if you get enough votes, you get some rewards. But the first week we launched it, the number one thing immediately was someone made Jurassic Park. The T-Rex like popping through and was like, okay, that's not what we expected, but that's amazing.
Kind of reminds me of, you know, in Dreams, Little Big Planet, you know, those user-generated levels that would be uploaded.
I think we all reacted to that plot, the Jurassic Park one. That one was actually pretty cool. They had the toilet and everything.
We have a patch coming out next week. And in that patch, we are releasing some more interactive decor. So things like jump pads and timers. So we want to try to encourage the community to make a little more interactive experiences. I'm going to head out this back entrance so we can head towards Elderwood and talk about the new stuff. Hopefully, matchmaking is all working here. Great. Okay, good. This area, this is a map we already had launched, but there's a door
the Grove
here
is
that
here.
Our players have consistently been wondering, what is this door for?
Oh wait, how long has the door been there?
Oh, since we launched.
Since the beginning, yeah.
So now the door is opening. And players are going to get a chance to head through.
Okay, they're going to show us exactly what it looks like.
So what is this multiplayer-wise at the moment? Are you in a server by yourself? Are there other people, other players that you'll be able to interact with?
Yeah, so we are a persistent online game, and so you naturally matchmake into these servers. You'll see players running around freely. You're free to join up with them. All of our skills are built around the idea, as I said, like good solo but better together. Where
I've already heard some people saying they want an Elderwood plot immediately, so, like already they want one.
Don't worry about it, just join in.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna like work on that as well too.
Or chop a tree, you all get in on the rewards.
They haven't done that quest yet. There's a quest right there to the right.
We're even pretty generous in that, even if you miss, we count it for you. So, you know, if that's not necessarily your strong suit, it's fine. We'll help you out.
I mean, what's your approach to tackling people who grief? Can you grief, I guess?
So we've really tried to design a game where griefing isn't much of a possibility. We do talk about that all the time when we're thinking of new features is how could you use this in a way to like annoy someone?
Trust me, I will find a way.
That are, like, trying to roleplay.
Oh man, okay. Sorry. Next quest popped up. See what Nayo is doing here? So, okay, guys, we talked about this before, but relationships I feel like people need to focus on with Elderwood. Tamala, Subira, Nayo, probably Zeki, Reth, Tish, maybe Sifu and Hassian. Like, those are the ones that I'm thinking that people need to focus in on. I personally don't like Nayo, but my Nayo is maxed out. I am ready for this. Again, it drops in like, what, 3 weeks now? Yeah. He's going to be an important character for whatever the hell reason. I don't know why, but he's going to play a role clearly.
For the most part, because of how we've set up the systems, you can't really like steal someone's stuff. You know, they're going to get their own loot out of it. And so it's a very friendly atmosphere. And, you know, we cultivated that in our Discord community, and we constantly hear from players who come into the game, like,
the flowers are beautiful, honestly. I love the purple.
We really like
the purple aesthetic. You guys already know I rock purple, but the purple aesthetic, like the purplish, that dark blue, like almost royal blue purple. I don't know what to call that color.
You know, they'll help you out.
All right, let's see what he says.
One of our characters, Nayo. The game has.
He's calling you babe there.
So we're dating Nayo right now.
Going steady.
So he's going to be a little friendly with us. You can romance several of our NPCs. You can friend all of them. There's more than 20 available in the game. So let's see here.
Did they change Nayo's face, or is it just me? His face looks different. I don't know why, but his face looks different to me. I don't know why, but maybe it's just me.
I'm looking for anything suspicious.
Except for all the suspicious stuff.
Yep, lots of suspicious stuff.
Okay. So name dropping Elderwood.
Yep, we have entered the Elderwood, and he's trying to rebuild the stables so that the village can head in here more safely. Now, one of the things that with the launch of Elderwood, It's going to be available for all players right from the get-go, even if you haven't progressed the main story all the way.
Oh, okay.
Some of the new systems in Elderwood, though, do require you to go through the main story.
There we go.
But again, if you're not quite there, you can still jump right in and engage with a lot of the new materials.
So what are those new systems that we can expect?
So one of the marquee things we've got is this artifacts and relic system. As you explore the Elderwood, you're going to unearth these artifacts hidden around the map. And if you complete a set of artifacts, you can acquire a relic.
Ooh,
Relics are a new piece of equipment that give you a buff, but also your party a buff.
Oh!
In everyone's interest.
Yes, and so there's multiple relics, and each person can equip their own. So if you're playing with friends, you want to try to like each pick your own, and then everyone gets all of the benefits to maximize kind of what you can do in Elderwood.
Right.
So let's flirt with now really fast. Just.
Oh, well, you got a fertilizer though.
I got some poop.
Really nice.
That's nice. All right, thanks.
How many levels to friendship and romance are there? Because we're 4 and 4 here.
So most of the NPCs.
Sorry, I was seeing
friendship levels.
some creature or something on the left side just now.
Romance
I'm sure we'll see them probably further in as he keeps going. I see the frogs already. So for the frog lovers, you're going to love this. The frogs are the new insects of the game.
You kind of need a couple of the characters together to connect their storylines.
Oh, I love
So, this guy actually right here, over here, this is one of our new insects.
Is he actually going to catch it?
We call him the rock hopper.
Rock hopper.
He is a derpy-looking frog. But I personally love
Grumpy Granite Rock Hopper. Let's go.
Because if you get star quality, you can place them on your plot. I want to make a wall of frogs. So.
He wants a wall of frogs? I don't know about that. I'm
so
down for like 2 or 3 frogs, but a wall of frogs is a lot.
With Elderwood, what we really wanted to do was start to bring the magic to the forefront of the game.
Yeah.
Up until now, the game's been pretty grounded in more realistic touch points. But now's the time where we're getting
so there are some beasts
large
here.
Overgrown trees and this lush forest that you're going to explore.
I mean, is there is that something that you're looking at down the line to make things even more magical, or is it just...
Oh, yeah. Magic has been an undercurrent of the whole story of the game up until now, and we've always wanted to bring more of that into play and allow us to kind of break from the more realistic touch.
Ooh, what was that? There's like a little red beetle that he just walked past. There's like red beetles in the game now. Okay. There's like a little red it like a beetle, but almost like a ladybug as well too, but it didn't have any spots on it, so I don't know how to describe it. But he walked past it.
All right, let's head into the stables here. Oh, shadows.
Yeah. Shadows, a chill, growing sense of wrongness.
Yeah, this zone we're definitely going for a little bit darker, more mysterious.
I actually would like this as kind of like a narrative device, like reading a book, reading a magical story, and putting yourself in it.
Totally. All right, so these are the central stables. It's kind of the hub of the map.
Okay, so this is the
those
main
artifacts
area.
And relics I was talking about. You bring them back here, and you can craft the relics and submit your artifacts. You can also trade. Over here, we've got some trading kiosks. So if you're trying to get a very specific artifact, maybe you can find another player that's got it for you.
Ooh.
And in our playtest, it's been great to see, like, there's always a couple people hanging out in the stables here, and it's a good spot
What's
to
up, maybe?
meet up or group up before you go adventure elsewhere in the map. So even though Niall's the only one, as we progress through the story, some of the other villagers are going to start showing up in the Elderwood, and all of our villagers have schedules that sort of change depending on how you get through the game.
Okay.
But we're finally excited to, later on, Sabira, who has been locked away for a while, is finally coming out and going to be part of the world.
Let's go.
So when you say schedules, is that based on real-time clock, in-game?
In-game clocks, yeah. So every villager has a schedule based on the in-game clock. In our world, a Palia day equates to 1 hour of real time.
Right.
So
Yeah.
You're able to, if you're trying to fish something at midnight, well, another hour you can
wait for a bit.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
I think you helped me look for him. Okay, so we're gonna try to look for a boy that Nio has, encountered before. This boy may or may not be our new NPC.
Spoiler alert.
May or may not be our new NPC.
Awesome. Let's go south.
Lost Boy? New NPC? Alright, we might get a heavy spoiler here, guys. I didn't know that we were gonna get like... I knew we were gonna eventually get new NPCs. I knew it was gonna happen. But everything they showed us as far as the trailer goes was just all the old NPCs. So this might be a heavy spoiler. Let's see. But also, I love the update of like the Elderwoods being available to everyone, regardless of your current status in the game. But some things are going to require you to max out certain relationships and friendships and stuff like that as far as artifacts and relics go. Outside of that, Elderwood, you can just go. You can just go there. So that's pretty sick.
Woods, part of Elderwood. So Elderwood, it lives on, as we're saying, it lives on the upper end of our progression. So if you're just starting the game, I don't advise you to go straight to Elderwood. Yeah. You can, but you'll
might
probably
have some issues.
Yeah, you'll probably want to like get some higher tier tools before you try to do this. All right, let's go wander over here.
Ooh, that's what I'm curious about. Are we gonna get a new tier of like weapons and tools and stuff like that? Like, I get we had the Palium stuff, right? But would there be like a new ore introduced into Elderwood as well too that will like up our tier a little bit higher? That would be cool.
This area I really like because it shows some of what we're doing differently in the map. The team really wanted to push a larger sense of scale, and so we've really made these like big overgrown trees that players can climb up, and
I love the tree climbing.
Bouncy
honestly,
mushrooms will be able to hop around in this space more and glide down, and it sort of like creates almost like a jungle gym like experience as we traverse around it.
Like the nice verticality and mixing up how you get around can really just add to the fun of it instead of you just like, oh, I'm just gonna run.
Exactly.
Cool, I'm just running here for the next 5 minutes.
Oh yeah. We're really excited that we've tried to add some more of those, more things along the way as you just wander around the maps to make it more interesting. Trying to see if I can find one of our new hunting creatures. Look at more frogs.
I'm trying to get a sense of how big Elderwoods actually is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like your eyes caught by the creatures that are around. Yeah, you need them. You need them for your walls.
What's the? Oh, is that another butterfly? Green butterfly? Interesting.
Where's our hunting creatures? They all ran away.
Infected essence.
They knew you were coming.
Yeah.
They heard tales of GDC Demo 4.
Wait, so the Elderwoods is infected? Oh no.
So we also have all new fish, including a couple new fish types in Elderwood. I'm not sure what players are going to like more. There's a shark that you can get, but I'm going to warn people that the shark is very hard to catch.
Yeah.
He's a mean one, but they look amazing.
Yeah.
So we also have a jellyfish-like creature.
There's also a contaminated pool there too, so I wonder if you get different things depending on the pool type.
These ladybugs that glow at night. And make all sorts of like interesting designs with the different colors.
Okay, rosy bitterling. That's still I think that's a Bahari fish still. So
I was gonna say another core pillar of.
So maybe you only get the Elderwoods fish out of the corrupted
fishing,
pools.
Of course. And yeah, players who have exhausted a
There's
lot of fishing
white
content
one.
today.
Okay.
There's a rare one. I definitely need this guy. Oh shoot, he's gonna be hard to catch. So there's all new fish for them to go collect and finish out their set.
You're gonna need like 5 bombs, dude.
Jesus. Come on.
Come on. You're going on the wall.
You need like 5 bombs on them, man. I told you 5.
All right, wonderful.
Nice.
Ooh,
Epic.
floating lantern rock hopper.
Right.
I like that one.
Map right now.
Oh, really?
One of a kind on the map. Huge spoiler. So there's only one of those frogs on the map. One of a kind. He just kind of told us. One of the white frogs on the map, and that's pretty much it at a time.
Lucky to find him.
Nice.
Okay, let's head over towards. We'll go up to these caves. I don't know where the hunting creatures were at. They seem to have all scattered.
But you found that guy, so.
I did. That was worth it for the detour. I am totally not doing the quest right now. I'm ignoring the quest entirely.
But I kind of love that when you just catch something that just takes your eye off the beaten path.
100% how I play. I know a number of our players do it too. It's like constant distraction of, oh wait, I want to go get that.
Yep.
And I'll stop and get this thing.
Yep. Oh, and that reminds me.
See, I get hyper focus. I just beeline to whatever I'm trying to do.
Yeah, we get that experience all the time.
Ooh.
All right, so this area houses one of our new hunting creatures. He's a little tricky one. Oh, hey.
This little guy?
This little guy.
Oh.
This one. This is the Schmoll. He is sort of inspired the team to create like a multiplayer whack-a-mole like experience.
Interesting.
So around the map, you're going to find these networks of holes.
Oh, there he is.
This guy, unfortunately, is infected, and I don't have the stuff to deal with that right now.
Wait, he's infected, did you say?
Yeah, so that magical essence is seeping into everything in the zone.
Right.
Oh, shoot, I didn't get him.
Almost.
There's that one.
Oh, there's, this guy.
That's the...
Infected one.
Yeah. So as you progress through the main story, let's see if he's over
Interesting.
here. Oh, wait, there he is. Oh, I can't. All right, let's just pro snipe him.
Oh, yeah.
The creativity behind this creature
That's
is
a
actually
different
kind of amazing. I'm not going to lie.
If you're with a party, this can be great because you can sort of like position each other in different spots and
Everybody take a hole.
Yeah. He comes out. There we go. There we go.
Everyone take a hole.
We got him.
All right, was he drop? Mushroom leather recipe. Mushroom leather recipe. Ooh. Okay.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
We are in dev, so there's a couple
Starcase mushroom.
missing icons here or there. All right, let's head out this way. I totally forgot to get the quest objectives, but...
F5.
Oh, here he is. This is the Ogapu, another one of our new hunting creatures.
Oh, he's fast. Oh my god.
He's also a mean one. This is the first time we have hunting creatures that hit back.
They attack back. Let's fucking go. Oh, sorry guys. I got really excited. I've been wanting this for so long. Finally, we have creatures that don't just run, but they actually attack back. Let's go, dude. Okay.
Guys, we'll spit at you and slow you down. Hey, buddy.
There we go.
Oh, they're so derpy. I want
like
one.
To run to the water and try to dive away.
I want one. Okay, so they like to run into the water and dive away. So our main goal is going to be to keep them out of the water then.
Uh-oh.
Where'd he go? There he is.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, he's glitching a little bit. It's okay. It's fine. It happens sometimes.
There you go.
All right.
That's how you know it's real.
Awesome.
That's how you know it's
let's
real
see, what
gameplay
else?
footage. When the creatures start
This is,
teleporting
one of the
randomly.
zones. It's a little bit more inspired by a bog, as you can tell.
Yeah.
In the map, for players who are really into the world of Palia, up until now, players have been in what we call like the Palian Republic. This area is owned by a faction called the Umbran, and the new NPC also happens to be the first Umbran character we meet. They're a
Why am I
group
still
that,
hearing arrows? Is somebody else shooting?
is more welcoming of magic, which is why they've picked the Elderwood as their place.
Maybe
But,
it's a
of course,
lag
you
or
can see
something
there's a
on
lot
their
of
side.
destruction going on. Things are not quite put together. Unfortunately, the Umbran were attacked about 30 years beforehand and have sort of
There's like a
left this
swirly
place. Now,
pool thing, and I wonder what that's all about.
Yes,
Like
but
I
as
want to
players
jump
keep
into it
playing, they'll
instinctively.
start to uncover that story and what happened here.
So, I mean, how story heavy, being an online game like
Ooh.
this, you kind of want to have that balance of something to pull people through, but also give them the freedom to create their own stories. So how heavy is that hand, I suppose?
We have a couple different storylines
Yeah.
that players progress through. The one that you start off on as a player is really about becoming part of the community and joining the village with the NPCs. And so you're sort of establishing yourself and what you can do for the group and building that house. And this sort of extends our other main storyline, which goes through the world and explores sort of how magic disappeared and is now coming back, and what happened to humanity prior to this. Why are humans starting to reappear in the world? And so you've got those options to go
Wait,
do
offer
different
what?
storylines. In terms of like players being able to do their own stuff, we definitely want to support players to role play or create their own sort of like hangouts or activities.
Bake sales.
Bake sales. one thing we see is like we have a mini game called Hot Pot that our players will play for like hours on end. It's like a 4-player Go Fish-like experience, but they go hang out in the night market, and then we'll play Hot Pot, and we try to provide a number of like those side activities or mini games for players.
Yeah.
I was mentioning players finding artifacts across the map. Players can
all the
find,
statues need an offering.
These offering statues.
Got you.
For Umbrin. They're sort of your way into some of the artifacts.
Okay.
So you'll be able to find some artifacts out in the map that way. Otherwise, there's rummage piles and some of the quests. I'm sorry, another frog.
Rumage Pile. He's caught like all 3 different types of frog at this point.
Flamehorned.
How many different varieties are there?
There are 3 different frogs right now.
Yeah, thought so. There's usually 3 versions of each creature.
Earlier, they also have a few varieties to each one. The highest tier tends to have a unique magical ability that it can do. So, like the Shmuel, he will cast a protection spell, and you'll see these barriers that prevent your arrows from hitting.
Gotcha.
What was that? Pay.
One new thing we're doing here in terms of the furniture sets you acquire. We've hidden one of the furniture sets all around the map, and as players explore, they're going to be able to find these pieces of the set, and we're going to wrap it where there's this pixie that wants this infected essence that you're finding, and you provide it, and as a trade, they'll teach you the recipe for the decor piece. And so you get an entire decor.
I want you guys to see that he is currently in the Elderwoods, right? There's a marker in the Elderwoods that is like 360 something meters away on the other side of the map. So the Elderwoods, I had to go to Bahari Bay and like see and like mark something in Bahari Bay to see how far away that is. But in my mind, I feel like that's like the Elderwoods might be equivalent, if not a little bit bigger, probably than Bahari. Yeah.
Just by exploring the map.
Yeah, I was going to say something that incentivizes you to leave your house.
Yes.
Every once in a while, which all gamers need, I suppose.
For returning players too, one thing they've constantly wanted is a way to more quickly travel from their home to places. In the Elderwood, if you unlock all the stables locations, you're going to get an opportunity to be able to build your own stable sign at your home.
What?
So you can just quickly fast travel to different spots.
And that's just within Elderwood?
You have to find the ones in Elderwood, but the sign you get will be for all zones in the game. So it's a big quality of life upgrade for players that are constantly going in and out of their house to do stuff.
We can build our own stable.
So
That's pretty
we
sick.
completely avoided the quest, but we'll head back towards the stables.
We've got to find that lost boy.
Spoiler, you don't find him right now.
Oh,
no. You find no evidence of him, unfortunately, which is also a little...
It's okay, we're here for the spoilers
right
anyway.
For a little lost kid.
He was hoping you would find some kind of hint, but the slime is...
Oh yeah, slowing you down.
So
the water in the
of course,
game
as you progress,
slows you
you'll
down.
find ways
Interesting.
to deal with that. Something our players have always wanted is one of our characters sort of hints at being a potion maker.
Ooh,
She's finally
potions?
gonna open up some of her wares for people.
Interesting.
Which will give you some unique bonuses across the map.
Are we gonna get potions? Samala?
Do you have an inventory limit, or do things get sent back? How do you kind of
That I like.
keep a little
Yeah.
friction, but maybe encourage people to still collect things?
Yeah, there's definitely an inventory limit here. Let's see. Oops. I forget because we're on PC controller. There we go.
Oh my God! Wait.
I forget because we're on PC controller.
Bruh. Yeah. Okay. Elderwoods is massive. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. I am excited. So, okay, wait. I'm assuming all of this is Elderwood, right? But only certain sections of it, from what I can tell, are contaminated or are poisoned, as I should say. Yo. This map is crazy. Twilight Canopy. So both of the fur claw areas are the areas that are purple. So I'm assuming those are the contaminated areas. I wonder if that means anything. Like if a fur claw is going to end up being, ooh, what if the fur claw is the creature that? Okay, this is me getting to conspiracy now. What if the fur claw is the creature that attacked Hassian's other mother and then contaminated the land? Kovu, can we play hide and seek in there? I will be so down. Everybody just turn on the streamer mode and we just play hide and seek. I feel like we would have to because it's so big, dude. I feel like we would have to stick to the warrior way section, and we can literally block it off by just saying A through D. So A through D, 4 and 5 is where we're gonna hide. You know what I mean? If you're outside of that area, you are out of bounds and you are disqualified. So anywhere A through D, 4 and 5, you can hide. That's how we could play it. But anyway, I digress. I'm getting back into it. I just got excited. The map is gigantic. All right.
So there's definitely an inventory limit, much to the chagrin of our players who would love to.
Yeah.
I feel like he wasn't supposed to show that.
But we do think there's some healthy tension there to have you go back and, trade items in. We also want to encourage people to sell things. It's okay to sell some stuff and get gold for it. I know people like to keep anything and everything they find, but no, really, you don't need 1,000 pieces of wood.
You really don't.
Just let go of it.
I'm so glad that he also said it. So for the people who are hoarders out there, Rue, talking to you if you're in chat, even the developer said you don't need 1,000 pieces of wood. Even he said you don't need that.
Console and the expansion.
Yeah, so the Elderwood expansion, the PlayStation 5 version of the game, and the Xbox Series X version, or Series X and S, are coming on May 13th.
Great.
Okay.
Well, Maxwell, thank you so much for coming by. And for more GDC,
is that it?
Make sure you stay tuned to GameStar.
Dang, that was it. Okay. Thoughts? I'm excited. We have NPCs now that actually attack back. We can build our own, what is it called? Teleport board. That's pretty sick. So I guess we can teleport from home to wherever we want to go. If you have the relationship status to do so, because he did say that that ability hindered on progress in the game. So if you have your statuses up, you could do that. We have relics, we have artifacts, we have furniture sets that you can get through the Elderwoods by giving contributions. We have so many different things. Oh my god, dude. I'm mostly excited for the creatures that attack back. That's what really got me here. Take a sip, I got you. Say less. Oh man, I'm excited. What are we thinking, guys? Any thoughts? Any thoughts here? PvE, PvE, PvE. Now, okay, the creatures don't necessarily harm, from what I saw. They slow you down, but they don't quite kill you or anything like that yet. Now, that's what maybe it's a masochist in me. That's what I'm excited to see. Is if they're gonna introduce a creature that if it hits you, you you take damage or something like that, or you respawn somewhere else. That would be kind of cool. If they have a creature that if it hits you with an attack, you respawn somewhere randomly on the map, that would be crazy. I would be very excited to go up against that thing. But overall, they didn't really show too much. They showed the environment. He didn't even finish a quest. He kind of gave us a spoiler for the quest, though. Spoiler alert, you don't find the kid. So there's gonna be a new kid in town, which I think we kind of needed. We only have 2 kids. We have Auni, and we have what's her name? Najuma. 2 and a dog. Yeah. Well, Tao isn't really a kid. I wish I could go back and show you guys the pre-alpha build and show you guys that Tao's character thing looked like a man. Yeah, Tao is best baby though. You are right. I wouldn't be mad if they introduce a new character like Tao, honestly. Like a second little creature that you could like get to know. Well, he did mention the pixie. He says, spoiler, there's a pixie that wants these items or wants you to give these things up for the first. So maybe there'd be like a pixie or something like that we can like get to know. So I don't know, man. I'm excited. We're only a couple weeks away. I hope you guys are prepping. I hope you guys are getting ready. There's a lot more things to probably explore because that map was gigantic. I'm gonna be honest. That map looked huge. I thought it would probably be about the size of like all of Bahari, and I think I was right. It may be a little bit smaller than that, or maybe bigger. I have no idea, dude. That map looked gigantic, though. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for hanging out today. It is now 9 a.m. Your boy is hungry. I actually went live before I even ate food today. Yeah. I want to go and get this out of the way because I know I have a lot of other work-related things and just personal projects I want to work on today. Yeah. I don't know how to end streams anymore. Thanks for mini stream. Yeah. I'm also way more excited now. I'm glad that they like gave us 30 minutes of footage here. Let's see. We're gonna raid out. Let's see if any of our friendos are currently on Palia actually, so I can take you guys to another Palia content creator out here. We can raid Mimi. How about that? Thank you guys for hanging out today. Thank you guys for watching some spoilies with me. Thank you guys for always being supportive, man. I'm always shocked at like the amount of people that join in on these streams and watch. By the way, about Inna, if you want, you can watch web series so you know what to expect from the game. Also, it's up to you. The game and series are not connected much. I like going in blind. This is the first time I'm actually watching something that's spoiler related. So when it comes to Inna, especially as I think it said it was a solo player game too, I'll probably end up recording it later today and maybe just making YouTube videos about it or something like that. But thank you guys for hanging out today. I'll see you guys later on. I'll see you guys in Palia. I love all of you, and have a good day. Bye.